Hello everyone, my name is Dean. I'm here to present some aspects of SQLyog and sorry about that. All right, so let's begin. Today we are again going to go through some features for SQLyog that will help you manage your MySQL database. Now, as I mentioned before, we have some surveys that we send after each webinar. I would appreciate if you guys could just fill it out, give any kind of feedback that you have. Let me know what I can do to improve, or maybe let me know what you would like to see. Anything that you would like to discuss. Discuss some aspects that I may have missed, some aspects that you would like to see and you have never seen yet during our webinars. Please let us know, and I'll be happy to oblige. Right. So let's go through this. What is SQLyog? SQLyog, as we have discussed before, is a MySQL database management solution. It's not only just for MySQL, but for its folks like MariaDB. So if you plan to use MariaDB, let us know. We'll help you out, or we can, connect you with our MariaDB partners. They are one of our major partners, and they will help you get a package that will suit your needs. All right. So what do you do with SQLyog? You access a MySQL database using the connection options that we have. We have multi connectivity options that you can just go to the file and press Control M, or go to the file and click on new connection to connect. So these are the connectivity options that we have: direct connection, HTTP, SSH, SSL. All those things are available. Once you have completed the connection, you'll be able to see your database here. So we have an object browser that will allow you to get a tree view of your MySQL database. You'll be able to see what's in it. You'll be able to access various databases, see the functions, stored procedures, tables. All those details will be available here, and you can access them by just clicking on them. And now, how would you, use one of the power tools to improve your life using SQLyog? So, what you can do is you can go, first of all, just explore it out. If you're new to this, if you're not, you can still go ahead and explore new things. So, usually people ignore these things, but there is something that's called scheduled jobs. So, this is something that you can do. Once you have scheduled a job, you'll be able to see that job here. You can manage that job here. You can execute it, delete it, do all these details through this particular option. So it's pretty useful, not only because you'll be able to see what kind of jobs that were scheduled, or what kind of jobs that is about to be scheduled. You'll be able to actually edit them as well, remove them if you do not need them, manage them using this particular tab. So this is pretty useful. There is another tab that's called rebuild tags. It's something that if you see some kind of issues with SQLyog, you can always reach out to our support team at this email address, idera.mysqlsupport@idera.com. But before you do that, you can actually go ahead and just rebuild a tag and uh, press this option, and you'll be able to actually see some changes. If there is something that is stuck, then that rebuilding will allow it to refresh it. Now, what else can you do with Power Tools? So you can actually schedule those jobs using these features. So we have database synchronization wizard. So if you want to synchronize a database with a different database, you can do that. If you want to, make sure that both the databases have same information, you can do a two-way sync as well. That is something that we do with this. So all you need to do is click on a start job, or you can edit a save job. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a different option. That's we are going to edit a save job. Now, how do we edit a save job? First of all, this is for users who have already used SQLyog. They can actually select the save job that they have saved in their system. Once they do that, they can edit it by just clicking on next. After you select this, just click on next, and it will automatically add the details, because SQLyog actually does most of your work for you. So it will actually just go ahead and add all the details that you need to access those databases. So as you can see, there's not only just connectivity options, there is the database option as well. All that is filled out because we are just editing an existing job. So it will just automatically fill all these options, and you won't actually have to input any of these details over and over again. If you do not see any of these details here, just switch the tabs and you'll be able to see your preferred option automatically filled up here for both the databases, both the source and the target database. So once you've done that, you can just click on next and decide the kind of synchronization that you wish to do. Now, uh, we have multi or synchronization options. One-way synchronization that will only affect the target database. Two-way sync, as I mentioned before, will synchronize the data both in the source and the target so that both the databases have same information. So first it will just synchronize the target database to source, and then it will synchronize the source to the target. That's how it will be done. And we also have an option that will allow you to visually merge data. So we have visual data compare available in a different option, but you can actually go through this as well. You can compare rows side by side in source and target databases before making any of the changes with visual merging. So all you need to do is select that and click on next. Select the tables that you want to affect. So all you need to do is select the tables. You can actually select the columns as well. It's up to you, or if you want to wish to select all the columns or just specific ones. Once you do that, just click on next, and you'll be able to visually compare the data right here. So all you need to do is select the table and click on compare, and it will go ahead and compare that. So let's say if you see some information that is there in the source but not in target, or in target not in source, you can move it around. So you can select the entire option by just clicking on this box, or you can just individually select the rows that you want to move. And once you've done that, you can pick any of them, and then you can just click on this. This will allow you to merge from target to source, so that way you'll be able to move the data that is there in the target database to the source database like that. Now, what this will also do is generate a preview SQL. So this is the SQL query that is generated when you actually execute this command. So this is pretty useful. You can actually go ahead and copy this if you wish. You can just go ahead and save it in a note, or you can just click on this and apply those changes. Now, let's say if you saw something that is there in the source and you want to move it target, so all you need to do is just select that. We will try that right now. So all you need to do is just select that, and yeah. So sometimes you will see that there is a schema mismatch. I'll show you how to synchronize the schemas as well. So once you have done that, you'll be able to compare a specific table that you're not able to do right now. So uh, once you have something in source and you want to move it to the target, all you need to do is what we'll do right now. We'll just randomly select something, and some of the data that is there in the source, we'll just go ahead and move it to target. How do we do that? We will just click on this. Again, this will generate a preview SQL script that is there. So this you can again copy this particular script if you want, and this is what is executed to move it. And once you have moved it, you can see that you can simply move data between the databases, compare it, and see what you need and what you don't. This will also show the differences that are found, so you'll be able to actually see the differences between source and target. So if there is something that is there in a target database and that's also present in the source, it will be blue. If there is something that is there in source or target that is not in either of those databases, it will be in green. So it's color coded so to help you understand that. Now, how do we also do a simple synchronization job? We will again edit a save job. We'll go through the same things. We'll just click on next, and it will automatically fill in all the details. Then we'll just click on next, and we'll do a one-way synchronization this time. Uh, and also make sure that it doesn't delete extra rows in the target database. So If there are extra rows in the target database, just we'll make sure that it's not deleted, and we'll click on next. Now we just need to select the things that we want to move. I'll just go ahead and synchronize these tables, and again you can select all the tables, but I'll just synchronize these tables, and then I'll just click on next. Now what kind of sync do we need? You can actually do a direct sync. You can actually generate a script, or you can just sync and generate that script, so that way you'll be able to complete the sync, and you will be able to actually save this particular script as well. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and uh, name this and click on next, so it will save that script. Now there is an option to handle the error. So let's say there is an error during the sync. You can choose to abort an error, or you can uncheck it and not abort it. Again, you can get email notifications as well, only on error or when it is completed, or any kind of notification that you need. You can select that. Once you click on next, you will get an option to fill in the sender information and all the SMTP information as well, so that you can get that particular notification that you need via email. We're unchecking that right now, and I'm also unchecking abort on error. I don't want it to abort right now. So, but again, you can do that if you wish to. Then you can click on next. So what it will do is it will ask you, what do you want? Do you want it to run immediately, or do you want to schedule it? So what it will do is, if you schedule it, you will be able to schedule it using a Windows scheduler. So Windows has a scheduler that comes with every Windows installation. So it will just use that basic thing to schedule a backup every day, or every week, or every month. It's up to you on what kind of schedule you want. You can do it every hour as well. It's up to you. So once you do that, it will save it in the log file. So log file is something that records all the not just the errors, but it records everything that's there. That's all the activities that you did using SQLyog, all the major activities, synchronization, anything, any job that you did, it will just be there. So if you contact our support team at IDERA, MySQL support at idera.com, there are pretty good chances that they will request this particular log file. So please remember where you have installed SQLyog, and once you do, please go into that folder and check out this particular log file. It's called sja.log. So it will be there. It's something that is pretty useful for us to understand what was done using SQLyog. So that's pretty handy. So once you have selected the schedule, again, this is just for schedule. You can go ahead and deselect it and just run it immediately. So once you have done that, it will run that particular synchronization immediately. And you can, again, there is an option to terminate this particular synchronization during this process. So that is something that you can do. You can terminate it right here. It's up to you, but yeah, it will take a few minutes, but it will go. It might actually, it depends on the size of your database and the size of your file, but it usually is done in a few seconds. If it's taking a long time, let it happen. It might be because your database um, is pretty large, and it may take a bit of time to complete that sync. But once it's done, again, you will be able to see the results, the information there in the log file. Here, you'll be able to see all the information, the tables, the target rows, how many were inserted, how many were updated. So all those details are available, and it's pretty useful. So check this out. Again, you can see this output in sja.log. That's the log file that I mentioned earlier. That's where you have installed SQLyog. You will be able to see sja.log. That log file is pretty useful. So keep that in mind when you do any kind of synchronization. So once you have done that, this is what you will be able to see. The synchronization is done, and just click on next, and it was synchronized successfully. So this is how you synchronize a database. This is a basic synchronization. Now we saw that there was some schema mismatch as well. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to go ahead and check out that particular schema, and see why there was a mismatch, and we'll try to go ahead and make sure that we are able to Yeah, so we'll try to make sure that that schema mismatch is fixed. We will select the particular databases. I think I'm right, but let's see. These are the database that had that mismatch. So we'll go ahead and compare that schema. Now we see that there is something that is there. But there is something that is in green that is available in the source that is not there in the target, which is why there was a schema mismatch, because this particular object was not there in the target database. How do you know? This is in green and it's in gray here. That means if you see something in gray in either source or in target, that means it's not present here. For example, the address section here is in gray, so that means it needs to be created. So we just need to check that. Once we have checked that, we'll be able to sync that. Now there are some objects that you would need to alter. So how would you know that it's in blue? That's because that's how we color code everything. We make sure that all these objects are color coded so that you can easily understand what needs to be done. So you will see that couple of those objects are in blue. That's because these objects need to be altered in the target databases, and that's why it's in blue. And you can see the details by just clicking on them on what needs to be altered. There is some alteration that is required, and you'll be able to see that here. So there is a foreign key that in this particular object that needed to be created in this. So that is why this particular alteration is required, and which is why it is in blue. So once you have done that, you'll be able to see, compare it and execute this particular schema sync by just click on execute all. So what happens when you click on execute all? It will execute this particular query that was created here. So this is a query. Again, you can copy this if you need in your particular text file. This is what will be executed to complete this particular synchronization. And again, it is something that is done in a minute, and you'll be able to see the resulting message here. So all we are doing is clicking on execute all. Now it will ask, are you sure this will change the schema for the target database? Are you sure you want to do that? We'll click on yes. So it will take a few minutes, or again, it depends on the size of your database. It took a few seconds in my case, and you'll be able to see the result here. You can actually just drag down and see the result for that particular change here, and you can actually save this particular this particular entire work that you did in your local machine. So this way, we were able to actually sync the schemas between the source and the target database, and that is how this is done. Again, it's something that is done in a few minutes. Again, visual data comparison wizard is something that we did just right now. That is just the same as what we did with database synchronization, where we edited the save job, but instead of just doing the one way or two way, we just clicked on visual merge data. So that is what a visual data comparison wizard does. We will just click on next, and it will auto fill up all the information that you need, and you just need to select the tables that you wish to sync. I'll just sync all the tables, and then it will ask for saving option. You can click on this and select the saving option. If the file name is already present there, it might ask you to change the file name. That it did. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and put it as 2, and that way it will just create a new file. Okay, I did this a lot of times, so pardon the interruption, but yeah, this is something that will happen if you sync a lot. It will create a lot of files. So job file will be saved successfully, and you will be able to compare the data between two different databases by just clicking on just selecting the table and just clicking on compare. So as you can see, there are objects in the target database that are not in source. Again, you can move that. So this is what SQLyog does. It gives you options to play around with. It just takes a couple of minutes, and you can actually go ahead and delve deep into your MySQL database, understand what is there that you can do to fix the problem. If there is some sync issues, you can quickly fix it by just clicking on this. You can actually also import external data as well. So you can import data from any ODBC compliant source, as you can see from here, and you can just edit the same job, and you'll be able to export it using any ODBC compliant source or CSV or Excel or Access. It's up to you. You can also do other things like there is SQL reporter and scheduler. So you can use this particular scheduler to schedule execution of a particular query. Now you can also actually email this result set to multiple recipients. It's up to you. This is something that you can also use to analyze and repair, etc. So all you need to do is, again, use I'm just working on the save job. You can just go ahead and click on next, and it will ask you what you want to do. If you want to do this, or how do you want to handle errors as well. We'll just click on next, select the existing connection that we just did, and then just click on next. And this is where you will be able to see the queries that are there that needs to be executed. You can click on execute on test to test that particular query, and it'll ask you what do you want to do. So I'll just run it immediately, and it will quickly run that query in that particular time. So this is something that you can do. You can quickly run a query and get notification for that particular query using this scheduler. So this is basically what is done through the Power Tools section for SQLyog. It is something that is useful. It's something that does a bigger job in a few minutes by few clicks. It is something that is designed to not only just help people who are used to working in MySQL database. It's also useful for people who are not used to MySQL databases, so which is why we kept it really simplistic. Now, if you have any questions or if you have any suggestions, we send you a survey link. So just give a quick shout out and quick heads up to me through those survey. You can let me know what exactly are you looking for, if there's anything that you like in future sessions. If you would like me to focus on a longer session on a particular topic, let me know. You can reach out to me at dean@idera.com. Our support team is available at this email address at IDERA, MySQL support at idera.com. We'd love to hear back from you, and we'd love to understand what you require. Well, that's all from me. Thanks for your time, and enjoy your Friday, and have a blessed day.